In this video, we're going to read an article from CNN.com. Some advanced words and vocabularies you're going to learn today include to quip, to skyrocket, or what it means to wash someone's hand, and many more. In this lesson, you're going to learn advanced vocabulary words and expressions, practice your listening and reading skills, and your pronunciation. You'll also have a chance to repeat after me so you can practice speaking with the correct pronunciation. Now let's start. Now let's read the first paragraph. When she first started to shed some weight, Yvonne de Bourgault quipped that she could afford to lose it. But over the past 3 months, the 77-year-old widow from the southern English county of Oxfordshire has lost nearly 25 pounds. A result of eating just one cooked meal a day, with just a piece of fruit or a sandwich for dinner. De Bourgault lost the weight while trying to save money, a sobering manifestation of the country's cataclysmic cost of living crisis, one that appears to have no end in sight. The first word is quip. Quip. Quip is used as a verb here. It means to make a sarcastic or witty remark. The past form of this verb and past participle is quipped. Quipped. Example: he definitely has taste, she quipped. Or, I was gonna quip something funny, but I decided not to. Another one. My mom would say, and quip, that if I don't clean my room, she's gonna confiscate my phone. Now let's hear how others use this in a sentence.
One thing you'll learn about me is I do not kid, or jest, or joke, or jape, or quip.
Next is sobering manifestation. This is a collocation. Now let's take a look at the word sobering first. Sobering. Sobering here is used as an adjective. It means to make something feel serious. Example: last night I had a sobering conversation with my family. And when used as a phrasal verb, to sober up, it means to become less drunk.
Well, we could sober up, Marty. How's that grab you?
For example, her husband was so drunk last night, but he did his best to sober up just in time to come home. Another example: chugging on coffee helps me sober up. Now, manifestation here is used as a noun. It just simply means an event. Next is the cataclysmic cost of living crisis. Cataclysmic. Cataclysmic here is used as an adjective. It simply means to describe something devastating or dangerous. For example, a cataclysmic earthquake. This can also informally describe a situation to emphasize the extent of something bad. For example, yeah, I went to a concert and it was a cataclysmic failure. It means that the concert was bad, but you're just overreacting to the situation. And some very common collocation of cataclysmic are cataclysmic event, a cataclysmic result, and a cataclysmic disaster. Now let's hear how others use this in a sentence.
Many scientists feel this energy will break loose, and a cataclysmic earthquake will occur within the next decade.
Now let's read the second paragraph. In July, inflation rose above 10% for the first time in 40 years, driven by the skyrocketing cost of energy, food, and fuel. The Bank of England forecasts inflation will soar to 13% by the end of the year. Analysts say it could go even higher early next year. De Bourgault, who relies on her state pension and supplementary pension credit benefit, says her grocery bills have already nearly doubled over the course of about a month, with the rising cost of fuel even more worrying for her winter energy bills. Now let's have a look at the word inflation. Inflation. Inflation here is used as a noun. It means an increase in prices, and they fall in the purchasing value of money. And rose is the past form of the verb rise, which means to increase. Now, a very common collocation of inflation is inflation rate. For example, the inflation rate of X country is at 7.5%. Another example, our annual inflation rate is estimated in somewhere between 1.6% and 2%. The skyrocketing cost of energy. When you say skyrocketing, that means something has increased rapidly. Example, the price of oil and gas right now is skyrocketing. Or the cost of housing has skyrocketed. And in the future, the prices of food will skyrocket. You can also use this word to talk about the increase in other rates, like in this example.
Violence and crime are skyrocketing throughout the nation.
Next is forecast. It means to predict something, to predict a future trend or a future event. Here are very common business collocation: sales forecast, demand forecast, and profit forecasts. Next is the word pension. Pension means a regular payment made for a person's retirement. And you call those people who receive their pension as pensioners. Pensioners. Now let's hear how others use this in a sentence.
What a busy little pensioner bee she is.
Now let's read the third paragraph. The average British household will see its annual energy bill rise to £3,549, approximately $4,180. From October, a rise of £1,578 or $1,765, an 80% increase, after the country's energy regulator raised the price cap last week. The price cap sets the maximum amount that energy suppliers can charge for each unit of energy and gas. Now let's take a look at the word average British household. This means a group of people, often a family, living under the same roof. Here are some very common collocation with the word household. One is wealthy household. I'm not from a wealthy household. Or poor household. Example, I grew up in a poor household. And the last collocation, household income. And hey, if you like video lessons like this, then don't forget to give this video a thumbs up so I can keep making more of these free videos. And if you like free English lessons like this, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel by hitting that subscribe button and click that notification bell down below so you can be notified if ever I upload new videos each week. Now let's go back to the lesson. Now let's read the fourth paragraph. It's a crisis that should be at the forefront of government action. But instead, outgoing Prime Minister Boris Johnson has been all but absent, taking 2 vacations in less than a month. His critics have accused him of washing his hands of the energy crisis and deflecting the blame onto Russia's war in Ukraine. Let's have a look at the word crisis. Crisis. I hear a lot of people mispronounce this word a lot. They pronounce this as crisis, but this is pronounced as crisis. It simply means a difficult time. Right now, we are facing difficult times, such as the inflation crisis, the cost of living crisis, and so much more.
I can't even sleep for 5 minutes without some crisis.
Now, what does forefront mean? Forefront is used as a noun. It's something that's very important, the leading or most important position or place. For example, having a strong marketing team is the forefront of our business. Now, what do we mean by washing one's hand? This expression simply means that you refuse to take responsibility in something. And that something could be a mistake that you made, and you're refusing to take responsibility for it.
In fact, he's washing his hands of the whole business.
And that is it for today. Thank you so much for joining me today to learn some English, and I'll see you in the next one.